Good afternoon, Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs here on Talksport. Joining us now in the studio, big Palace fan, actor James Buckley. James, good to see you.
Good afternoon, guys.
Yeah, you have a new film out.
I do, yes.
The Comedian's Guide to Survival.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to move a little bit closer to the microphone?
I'm sorry, I'm being lazy, aren't I? I didn't even move closer in the end. I pulled the microphone closer to me.
That's better than you now.
It's a good premise for a movie. We're reading the kind of synopsis. We'll have a little clip in a moment. But it seems like a really good little idea, and it's written by someone who lived this life as a stand-up.
That's what it is, really. It's about his early experiences of when he was trying to make it as a stand-up comic. It's this guy called James Mullinger, who's actually now a very successful and record-breaking comedian. He's played to all kinds of people in Canada. But it's about those early days where he had what I like to call a proper job. Yeah. And also he had a family and responsibilities, but still had this sort of selfish dream of making it big as a stand-up comic.
And we're going to the clip we're going to hear is you playing the part. It's sort of narrating your life as a stand-up. So a little flavour of the film.
How'd it go? Yeah, it seemed to go all right. I think I've warmed them up for you. Nice one.
Evening. Angry.
And from that point on, it was carnage. So naturally, when James goes up and does his Paul McCartney bit, they nearly lynch him, which resulted in the first case of pant wetting.
Oh, Jesus. I've been James Mullinger. Thank you, and good night.
So I'm just terrified by the prospect of that, listening to that clip. I mean, we always say to stand-ups, I mean, we'll do this every day in this sort of hermetically sealed world, but people sitting in front of you is a completely different kettle of fish,
crazy.
isn't it?
It's absolutely crazy. Who wants to stand there in front of thousands of people sometimes?
Yeah,
and
make me laugh.
Yeah, saying, what do you think of me?
It's true.
I don't think I'd like the answers that I'd get back from that question, so it's not for me.
But you have to go through the bad stuff. I mean, every comic we speak to, all the top guys, the stadium comics, if you like, they've had bad gigs, they've gone there and thought, this is not me, I'm terrible at this. You just have to, how do you get over that self-doubt, I wonder?
I haven't got a clue. I'd crumble. I would just crumble I'd just curl up into a ball. Give up straight
John
away.
Bishop took this route that you described the film. I mean, basically, he had a family, he had a job, he had a responsibility, but he had a burning desire to be a comedian.
And had kind of and built the act and felt kind of he was in this very studio, wasn't he? When he said, "I'm off now to tell the gaffer I'm packing up the full-time job. I'm going to give this a go." I think it's worked out quite well for him.
Yeah, I think he could be pleased with the way it's turned out.
But I suppose for every one of those, there's people who kind of lived the dream and it didn't work out for. But and the kind of story here is that transition, isn't it, from the real world into becoming a stand-up?
Yeah, I can imagine it can be a very lonely place being a stand-up comedian sometimes. It is difficult to make people laugh. Yeah. It really is. And
have you done stage work before?
I've done a bit, yeah. When I was younger, I used to do I did a couple of West End shows and things like that.
Right.
I've lost all that.
Really?
My first job was Whistle Down the Wind at the Aldwych Theatre.
Oh yeah. And
I was playing a kid from the deep south of America. I can't do any accents. when I was 11 years old, they went, "Oh, we need you to do like a deep South American." I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." Yeah.
Did you? Well, Croydon, you were thinking
I did
deep South.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No, I did it. I could do it. I could never do it now. I just used to think I could do stuff. But no, I've got too many inhibitions now to be able to pull off anything like that.
It's got a good cast, this, hasn't it? Paul Kay, who of course we've been on the show.
Yeah.
Tim McInerney, Mark Heap, all good comedy people, and some real sort of cameos, aren't they? Is this in their real life, guys?
Yeah. Well,
Jimmy Carr on me.
Yeah, we did quite. It was quite interesting, really, because the story is that I play this guy who works for a magazine, which was what James Mullinger did. And in the evenings, he would do stand-up gigs, but his boss would say, "I need you to turn up to work and not fall asleep. I need you to do your job. So stop all this mucking about in the evening, get on with your work." And then his boss said, "Oh, and also, I'm going to send you off to America. We're doing a comedy special. and you're going to talk to all those people doing the job that you really want to do, but you can't.
That's nice. Yeah.
And that's sort of what we did. We went to.
I wonder why Gilbert Gottfried was in it.
Yeah, we went to the Just for Laughs festival and rounded up a load of comics, and we did this whole improvised section where I'm interviewing them. And it was completely made up, and it was really good fun to film stuff like that. It's great.
People can they can watch it on sort of Sky and Virgin, can't they? On all the digital platforms and on DVD from later this week.
I'll take your word for that.
Fantastic. It's called The Comedian's Guide.
Well done. Yeah.
Comedian's Guide to Survival.
You're in another thing as well.
Yeah, Zach, you've been doing on Dave on TV.
That's right. Yeah, it's the last episode of this mini run that we've done. It goes out tonight, and that's just a simple case of we'll see what the response is, see if people like it, and maybe we'll make some more.
Indications good so far.
Yeah. A lot of people have been watching it, and the channel's very happy with it. And it's about a guy that gets he travels by accident to a parallel universe. And he's trying to find his way back home. But what I liked about it is that even though that's bizarre and weird, it's mainly set in a pub.
Right.
So it feels very, very traditional, but everyone's dressed like they're from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
It sounds good.
Last one
That's
tonight.
the beauty of catch-up, isn't it? That you probably it's all
Get the whole series.
It is, yeah.
There,
I think you can on the UK TV Play app, things like that.
Okay.
How many times a day do you get asked, are you doing any more in-betweeners?
Three or four, yeah, definitely three or four. But that's
sounds
great. That's really good, isn't it? Imagine that. People asking you, to do more stuff.
Yeah.
That rarely happens in my business.
Is it still the biggest grossing British film ever, or sort of comedy film? It's got some sort of record, doesn't it?
Some sort of record.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is,
there's a lot of words
impressive.
Before the record, which sort of makes
That qualifies.
Yeah.
It qualifies. Not the biggest British film ever. I mean, I think even the boys would tell you that isn't the case.
I saw it. It was very good.
Yeah. I suppose you must have kind of thought about how it could develop. I'm sure, you probably sat around with a pint now and again thinking, if we were going to come and revisit this, how would we do it?
No, not really.
Leave that to the writers.
I think we're too old.
Yeah.
I think those characters have to be young. Because they can get away with what they do because they're stupid boys. I think if they're grown up, they're just
you wouldn't buy it.
Weird,
Something
horrible
wrong with them.
men.
Yeah.
Just sort of, perverted.
Creepy,
men,
a bit creepy.
You don't do a sort of Muppet Babies version where you see them when they're 7 or 8 years old.
Well,
that
they'll
would be
have
a
to
bit
recast
creepy as well.
that, won't they?
Yeah,
He's not bothered about
I
that
think
one.
you probably would. That's right. So, what of Palace then? I mean, how you feeling about life as a Palace fan these days?
It's not been an amazing 2016 league-wise. Obviously, the cup final was a nice little Brucey bonus until we played it, and.
What do you make the Pardew dance? Did you were you quite taken with that? Was it too early?
I know. Yeah, look, I know he got a lot of stick for that, but we were Crystal Palace and we'd just gone 1-up against Manchester United. I feel that was completely involuntary. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I did exactly the same thing. I was in the pub watching it, and I stood up so quick, and my chair just flung about 4 feet away from me. I couldn't believe what was going to happen. I said, if we're going to win this game, it'll be 1-0. That was our chance, and as soon as they equalised, it felt like we'd lost already.
Yeah. So why Palace for you? You born in that part of the world?
I was born in Croydon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all my family are from sort of Lewisham, Croydon, South London. So I just subscribe to that tradition that's being lost down here in the south.
Support
Your local team.
Support your local team. Do you get the games much?
Not as much as I'd like. I was at the West Ham game a couple of weeks ago. Took my son, who was 5 yesterday. That was his first ever football match.
They didn't win.
I know. Oh. And we missed a penalty as well.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine who had his phone out, recording me and my son, waiting for our reaction. He was like, I just thought it would have been brilliant to get his first ever goal on camera.
Bocked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I took my lad at 4, and He was fine. The first one I took it, I think he was about not quite 4, and that was a little bit too early. I mean, did he get through
5
it all?
or 6.
He got a little bit bored in the last 20 minutes, but he wants to go again, and he had a really good time. But that's the thing, because I really want to take. I've got an even younger child as well. He's 3. And I really want to take them to the football, but I don't want to take them to the football, and then their first memory is being cold and bored and shivering at a football game, and that's it. They're off football for the rest of the lives.
I don't think you'll do that, because I think, from my experience, I took mine when they were about 6 and 5, that sort of thing, and I can't remember if it was even the game, but they just enjoy being with you and the whole atmosphere and the whole thing of that. So I think you'll...
My eldest, he saw Tottenham lose 2-0 to Newcastle. Shearer and Ferdinand scored, and I tell him it's generally like this. And the youngest, we saw him beat Bolton 4-0. And I said, generally it's not like this. So, somewhere in the middle, I didn't raise his expectations.
We had Andy Sinton's parents behind us. I think that was, I had to say that won't happen every week.
No, you don't always have other players' parents sitting there giving you a running commentary on how their son's doing. So, well, good to see you, James.
Yes,
thanks
so
very much for coming in. And we wish you well with the film and with the series of Zap. Fingers crossed.
Guys.
And we got anything else coming up at the moment?
Filming a TV show called White Gold for BBC at the moment. It's with... co-Inbetweeners creator Damon Beasley and Joe Thomas, who plays Simon from the Inbetweeners, and Ed Westwick, who's just quite a big name in America, it seems.
Good.
When's that going to be on, do we know?
I'd say, an educated guess, I'd say autumn next year.
We look forward to it. Good to see you. Thanks very much for coming in. James Buckley there, the film The Comedian's Guide to Survival, as we said, in cinemas and on digital platforms, 28th of October, and on DVD from the 31st.